Men do not marry women with BBLs. Men do not settle down with women with BBLs. Men look at women with BBLs as strippers, one-night stand, fun girl. So if you have just spent your money on a BBL hoping to find your husband, you have just wasted your money. Because real men, good men, quality men do not cuff women with BBLs. Don't know who I'm talking to, but I do feel like I'm talking to someone. See, the only type of men that mess with women who have a BBL are ghetto men, broken men, rappers, dusties, losers. Those are the only type of men who mess with women with a BBL. Because good men, quality men, is just not their jam. They would never cuff a woman who has a BBL. They just wouldn't.
A 40-year-old NYPD sleuth died mysteriously a week after getting butt lift and liposuction surgery in Colombia. The cause of her death was listed as unspecified cardiac arrest, according to reports. The New York Post reported that Alicia was found unresponsive in her hotel room last Thursday. She was rushed to the hospital where she was declared dead an hour later. Alicia had undergone liposuction and gluteal fat transfer procedure in the country on October 16th, just 1 week prior, according to reports. Following the operation, she was asked to take anticoagulants and pain medication. She was in the hotel as part of her post-surgery recovery process. Her husband, Michael Stone, said he got a call out of the blue from the doctor who performed the surgery and told him that his wife was dead. He was called on Thursday and told she passed away, and he said that it was shocking and hurtful. He said, I don't have the facts, and that's what I need, the facts of what happened. Michael said the authorities in Colombia are looking into what happened and that the NYPD had sent someone to the South American nation. He said that he'll request an autopsy when she returns. Mike added that he was surprised to know that his wife was in a hotel and not a recovery facility. Like, why did she get the BBL? Because I know a lot of times when, I did it for myself. Why, if you people like you already the way you are, why are you getting, you got a BBL so you can look at your own ass? You know, how many times do people really look at their ass a day? You know what I'm saying? Typically you're looking forward. You're looking at your legs, you're looking at your arms. Okay, so I can see if she got bleach, you're looking at the breasts, whatever. And you're looking in the mirror, you see your face. But how often do you look at your ass on a daily basis? I don't understand why is that important that you would risk your life and then also risk the well-being, the mental health of your children.
The New York City police officer that died in Colombia a week after she got her BBL surgery. Now, guys, this is not the first time we've heard of somebody passing away after their surgery. She did pass away from a cardiac arrest. Alicia Stone is her name, and she was 40 years old. She was a mother of 3, and she was married. Her husband says that he spoke with her, several times throughout this time. He even spoke to her the day before, and she said she was feeling well. She was taking her antibiotics and whatever else medicine that they gave her, and she was discovered unconscious in her hotel room.
Women didn't do nothing for themselves before, right? Everything was to kind of be desirable. So it's like all of a sudden now women are getting surgery for themselves. No, they're not. Yourself ain't looking at your fat ass. Yourself can't see your fat ass other than in the picture and in the mirror. Man, you're getting surgery because you want attention from a certain type of man. You're not getting surgery because you want to look at yourself with a fat ass or because you're insecure with your body. Good. Because if your body shape became in style tomorrow, you would do everything you can to revert back. If boxy girls, if up and down straight slim girls, if hips was not hot, y'all are getting your hips removed. So it's like, stop acting like you're doing it for yourself. You're not doing that for yourself. And now there are times where you have a baby and things drop or things pop and you want to put it back. We're not talking about you.
That's different.
But the majority of y'all, especially you 19-year-olds that didn't even get a chance to get hips, and 20-year-olds that didn't even get the chance to get it, y'all are doing it because you want validation from a certain type of guy. You see the girls that are winning and the ones that are getting the Bentleys and the Maybachs, and you want to be like them. So you're trying to get your ass fat and you trying to get them titties big. Beat me up for this, and I'm okay with that. But it's just like, love yourself. Give yourself a chance. Did you go to the gym for a year? Did you lock in with your diet for a year?
Dr. Uncensored, now we're discussing and going to discuss how dangerous the procedure can be. Two women, both mothers, got the procedure, and we heard about them over the weekend. Just devastating to many of the people who read it. And they ended up dying. Secreta Tolliver traveled from Chicago to the Dominican Republic for her BBL. She died from internal bleeding while recovering from the procedure last month. 26-year-old Janisha Jayla Williams got surgery for both a BBL and a butt lift in 2021. Sadly, she never woke up once the surgery was completed. Turns out an unlicensed doctor gave her anesthesia.
To South Florida for cosmetic surgery took a tragic turn. A young mother raising new questions about the risks of staying in so-called surgical recovery houses.
Local 10 investigative reporter Amy Viteri uncovered another unlicensed home and talked to a patient about what people.
Local 10 recently highlighted concerns over unlicensed so-called surgical recovery homes operating in residential neighborhoods throughout South Florida. Advertised on social media, locations not disclosed.
The houses claim to offer everything from transportation, meals to post-op care, but none of these services are regulated and technically not legal.
Text messages sent to the women requested a $300 non-refundable payment for a 2-night stay, payable through Zelle or Cash App.
When they picked me up after my surgery, they put you in the back of a van and they just lay some like a tarp or something down, and you swooped off to this recovery house.
The women were taken to this home on Southwest 31st Avenue near 2nd Street. Demosthenes got there first after having surgery early that morning and called her friend in distress.
She just started screaming and she just was telling me that she was in so much pain. She said, I'm in so much pain, but they just gave me 2 pills.
Ellis says when she got there, both women decided to rest, but hours later she woke to screams and people gathered around Demosthenes, who was in and out of consciousness.
So as I'm looking at my friend, I just see all this blood. She was like bleeding. It was blood everywhere.
Ellis, who's also a nurse, says she recognized the danger and began shouting to the woman who ran the recovery house to call 911, but instead was told someone from the clinic was coming to help.
The nurse is coming to give her an IV infusion. I said, no nurse need to come. 911 needs to come. You need to call now. You're just going to let somebody sit there and die? I could tell she didn't want to call 911.
Ultimately, she says another woman recovering at the house got her cell phone to call paramedics. Miami Fire Rescue responded to take Demosthenes to the hospital, noting in their report they found her convulsing with seizures, observing she may have overdosed unintentionally on pain medication.
She had another seizure and her heart stopped.
Less than 24 hours after surgery, the young mother of 2 was dead.
Rochelle was 32. 32. She had 2 small children. And that's the last thing she said to me. She said, tell my boys I love them.
Miami police also went to the home and tell us homicide detectives are still investigating. And when we visited the property, we saw no activity.
If we would have known they had no nurse there, nobody that was going to take her vitals every hour to check on her, we would have never, ever went there. Ever.
Ellis says tougher regulations are needed to protect women like her friend.
Rochelle was really a beautiful person. She really was. And now she's gone.
I have talked about the dangers of women getting BBLs extensively on this channel. If you want to know my commentary about this topic, check out the BBL era playlist and or the Slim Thick series playlist. The last 2 episodes, episodes 16 and 17 of the Slim Thick series, I go into great depth about this topic. Click the links in the description box to get to know more about me. Like, share, and subscribe. And as always, stay tuned for more videos.